So there were a couple questions I cut from my Q&A, and that's mainly because they were duplicates. But I decided to make a short video on this cut question, and that particular question was, what gear do you use? Instead of just talking about it, how about I show you guys? Alright, so first things first, I use a very basic 4x12 line 6 guitar cabinet. I don't remember the exact details of this model. It's probably like a spider valve something from, I believe, 2009. I'm not going to tell you how much I got this one for because I got it for way less than what they offered. I mean, you have the whole internet at your disposal, so just ask around, ask people, and you can absolutely find a great deal. I have no complaints about this cabinet. I mean, it's loud, and that's basically it. I mean, what else do you need? Yeah, if it wasn't already obvious, I'm not a gearhead. As long as I can plug my guitar into something and I can go blah 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 on my guitar, I'm happy. Of course, here's my beautiful Sasha. Oh, okay, I don't know why I spanked her like that. I mean, we all deserve a good spanking. I certainly would not mind one. Anyways, she may not be the prettiest to you, but she's been through thick, we've been through thick and thin, and that's exactly why I love her. Here's the man of the hour, my orange CR120. Look, I ain't religious or spiritual myself, but if I'm ever reborn, I want to come back as this stupid little Caesar's box. I love this thing so much, I don't know why. It could be the tone, it could be the knobs, the way it feels, the way it sounds, I don't know what it is, I just love this thing. And I can't understand this brain of mine and why it's wired like this, but man, I just love this orange so much. Okay, anyways, before I get too freaky, I am using the return and send channels on the orange. And those channels are only being rerouted through an EQ pedal. More on that in a second. Here's me bringing the pedal board, courtesy of SKUFFED. Of course, the best effect on this pedal board is this deodorant stick that I found. And trust me, a lot of you guys need it. Here's me just plugging everything in. I don't want to blow up, so remember to use speaker cables for your cabinets, not your instrument cables. That's how you get the bad ending. Here you can clearly see that I'm using the return and send. They are running through an MXR 16 band EQ pedal. Connect the end of the chain to the amp head. Here's me connecting the guitar to the pedal board. Here's a closer look at the pedals I'm using. You already know the first thing my guitar plugs into is a tuner pedal. Everyone has one, everyone needs one. This one acts as a kill switch too, which is especially useful when you're playing in front of people. Next in line is this MXR Super Badass pedal. It's a distortion pedal, and I don't know why I have the bass set to 0. I definitely moved that knob by mistake because I usually have the bass set to 9 o'clock. Now if you notice with this 10 band EQ pedal, it's not actually plugged into anything else on the pedal board. This EQ pedal is being sent through my amp head's send and return channels. So one cable is being connected from the send in of my orange head to the input of this EQ pedal. Then another cable going from the output of this EQ pedal to the return channel on my orange head. Not all amp heads have a return in and send in channels. So if your amp head doesn't have one, then it's okay to plug in your EQ to the rest of your pedal board chain if you have one. And if you don't know what a send and return channel are, you're gonna have to look it up because I'm too dumb to explain it. But the concept is very easy and there's plenty of tutorials and explanations on how they work. Anyways, the MXR distortion pedal then connects to this decimator. It is a noise suppressor and my god is it fantastic. Which we still need to buy this from Prisoners. Which by the way, if you guys need it back, you can take it back. And that's my pedal board. If for whatever reason you want to know what settings I'm rocking, here are what my knobs and sliders are set to. On the 10 band EQ, I set the 31.25 frequency to -12 decibels. You can't even hear that on the guitar, so I cut it all out. The difference between me and Moses is that I prefer a more mid-range sound. So I boost the 1K frequency up to 5 or 6 decibels. Moses has a more well-rounded tone, but the reason I prefer the mid-range is because I'm playing guitar solos and you can hear what I'm doing, but more importantly, I can hear what I'm doing. So this really helps with that. Again, like I said earlier, I don't know why my MXR Super Badass has the bass all the way down. That's definitely a mistake that I didn't catch when I was taking pictures, but usually my bass is set to the 9 o'clock. Here are the settings I use for the clean channel on the orange head. Here are the settings for the dirty channel. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. I know this is a really short video, but I sort of made this for myself, not just for you guys, because I always forget my own settings. And sure, I might not always use the same settings, but it's always nice to go back to the old reliable, just in case I need to remind myself of the fundamentals. I hope someone out there finds this useful, or maybe I inspired you to get one of these pieces of equipment. I don't know who this video is for other than me. But I hope you have a great day. You're special. Until next time.